It had been a deeply worrying 48 hours, but Ahmed Mansour looked a picture of obvious delight and relief as he emerged from the gate of Moabit prison a free man. News that the Berlin prosecutor was throwing out Egypt's extradition request had brought cheers from the crowd of supporters gathered outside the jail. But it was another 2 hours before Mansour himself emerged. The Al Jazeera journalist thanked all those who'd campaigned on his behalf.
Thank you so much for German judges and attorney general. They support me. They are free people, not like judges in Egypt.
Then there were chaotic scenes as he squeezed through a crush of well-wishers into a waiting car. Later, in a calmer atmosphere, Mr. Mansour reflected on the events of the past 3 days.
I prepare myself in the morning. I prepare my room in the jail to stay 1 month. I prepare everything, my bed, my everything. I contact how I can call for people, how I can buy something. I prepare myself for stay 1 month on the jail. If you prepare yourself to worst, you will take the best.
Mr. Mansour's arrest at Berlin-Tegel airport on Saturday was always going to be much bigger than a simple judicial matter. He is a high-profile Al Jazeera presenter and a well-respected figure across the Arab world. In Germany, within hours of his detention, more than 20,000 people had signed a petition for his release. And his joint British-Egyptian citizenship meant that UK consular officials also became involved. While Mr. Mansour whiled away the hours here at Berlin's Moabit prison, a real storm was swirling around his case, a fact acknowledged by the Berlin prosecutors, who said that as well as legal procedural concerns that they had with the documents from Egypt, there were also diplomatic and political concerns that could not be assuaged, despite assurances Egypt had given. Mr. Mansour was sentenced in absentia to 15 years in prison by Cairo's criminal court last year on the charge of torturing a lawyer in Tahrir Square in 2011. But Mr. Mansour was not actually in Egypt at the time of the alleged crime, and there have been persistent concerns that the prosecutions were politically motivated and part of a wider crackdown on the free media. In a statement, Al Jazeera's acting Director General said, "This was an unfortunate incident in Germany, but we are pleased that the mistake has been rectified. We hope that this will be a lesson to the Egyptian authorities that the rest of the world values freedom of the press. Rather than trying to expand their war on journalists, they should free the journalists they have on trial and in jail in Cairo, including Baha and Fahmy, and end the action against those tried in absentia. I'd like to place on record my sincere thanks to everyone who intervened on behalf of Ahmed, including diplomats, politicians, NGOs, and the thousands who signed the Avaz petition. We look forward to welcoming Ahmed home." Indeed, Ahmed Mansour is free to go home whenever he likes now. Paul Brennan, Al Jazeera, Berlin.